My name is Kenny Bennings, and I'm the president of the Placentia Chamber of Commerce. I'm proud to say the Placentia Chamber of Commerce has been awarded the best chamber in the entire universe 2 years in a row. So on behalf of the best Chamber of Commerce in the entire universe Board of Directors, I'd like to welcome you to Mayor Kevin Kirwin's 2025 State of the City, Back to Basics. The Chamber is honored to host this event and is especially excited about the progress we've seen across the city. I'd like to start off by acknowledging and recognizing our Placentia City Council members. So I'd like to recognize Mayor Kevin Kirwin, Mayor Pro Tem Chad Bonke, Council members Tom Hummer, Ward Smith, and Jeremy Yamaguchi. Would you all please rise? Thank you for your excellent support and leadership. We have a great turnout today, a room full of people, and I'd like to recognize a few distinguished groups in the audience. If you're a city council member from another city, would you please stand and be recognized? All right, thank you. Thanks for coming. If you're from the Placentia Yorba Linda Unified School District, please rise and be recognized. All right, very good. If you're from the Placentia Library District or the Yorba Linda Water District, please stand and be recognized. All right, thank you. And if you're here representing a dignitary, including a congressman, assemblyman, supervisor, or senator, please stand and be recognized. Anyone in the room? All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go. There you go. And for the ambassadors that support the greatest chamber in the entire universe, please stand and be recognized. Come on. There you are in the back. So I'd like to recognize an extraordinary individual who has helped change lives and the culture across some of Placentia's high-risk neighborhoods. By showing the power of faith, love, education, and encouraging youth to take positive risks, she has proven that generational patterns can be broken. She is our Citizen of the Year, and her name is Letty Golly. So Letty, if you're here, could you please rise? All right, Letty. Appreciate you. Here, we know in Placentia that communities grow due to strong leadership that share a vision. When city teams bring that vision to life, and the volunteers give it heart, and local businesses uplift their generosity and support. So to that end, I'd like to thank today's sponsors for the depth of their community support and their generosity shown in today's event. So as I read out their names, please hold your applause, but think about how you can reciprocate by utilizing their services. So with that, I'd like to recognize the title sponsors: Yorba Linda Water District, Jones Mayor Law, Kramer Land Company, and Blackwood Real Estate. I'd like to recognize our goal sponsors: Financial Institute and Tax Planning Group, Townsend Public Affairs, West Coast Arborists, TS Home Design Center, and JCV Wealth Management. And I'd like to also recognize our silver sponsors: Corrales Law Group, SoCal Gas, and Aaron and Heather Compass Real Estate. These are businesses that rise in support of our community. Sponsors, please stand so you can be recognized. So now I'd like to introduce Mayor Kevin Kirwin. Mayor Kirwin has called Placentia home since 1968 when he moved here when he was 3 years old. And he took the route a lot of us have taken: Brookhaven, Tuffrey, and El Dorado High School. Yeah. And he later chose to raise his own family in this great community to enjoy the same experiences he had growing up. Kevin has been giving back to the community for years through volunteer support in youth sports, coaching countless games, and serving as president of the Junior Unified Soccer Association. As mayor, Kevin is committed to being accessible and transparent, living by the city's motto, "The people are the city." He is a strong advocate for balanced budgets, public safety, well-maintained roads and parks, and a business environment that helps Placentia thrive. It's been great to see him serve as mayor this year, and looking forward to hearing all the accomplishments of this past year and understanding the plans for next. So with that, welcome Mayor Kevin Kirwin.
Thanks, Kenny. He forgot to mention all the championships in the youth sports, too. Somebody left those out. Just for the record, last year I thought Jeremy was reading off a prompter here. This is just the slide, so there's no prompter. Bear with me as I got to read some of this, okay? All right, so good morning and welcome, obviously. I'm honored, and our city is honored by your presence here today. It's a pleasure to see everybody, because everybody here shows you've got a loyalty and commitment to the best city that there is, Placentia. The state of the city is a time we can look back at what we accomplished over the last year, and more importantly, look ahead to the future. I also want to express my appreciation to Kenny and the Chamber of Commerce for hosting the event, city staff who put this event together, and these 8 people I bribed with free tickets. I'd also like to thank the city council, colleagues, these guys here, city commissioners, committee members, anyone else who works for the city who their continued dedication makes sure that Placentia continues to thrive. But before we begin, I'd like to ask that we all rise for the invocation and welcome up Police Chaplain Tony Mercado.
Good morning and welcome everyone. As I look out and see this diverse group of people, we all have our own faith traditions and pray our own separate ways, so I invite you to pray however you'd like, but I'm going to begin as I do in my faith tradition. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen. Good and gracious God, I just want to thank you for this beautiful day that we have and all these wonderful people that have gathered here. Let the city continue to thrive as it has, and let our leaders continue to lead as they have. Please allow them wisdom as they discern the needs for the city and continue to put these people ahead of everyone. And most importantly, or not just as important, is please protect and continue to protect all of our first responders as they go out and protect our city, and continue to bless all of our leaders here as they watch out for all of those that are here in Placentia. I ask you this in Jesus' name, amen. Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
All right, thanks, Tony. Now we need Police Chief Brad Butts to introduce the Police Department Honor Guard and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please remain standing for the posting of our colors with the Placentia Police Honor Guard. Please join me in the flag salute to our wonderful country. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thanks, Chief, and thanks, Honor Guard. Next, I was thinking about singing the national anthem myself, but there was a few people here who didn't think that was the best idea, so can we get somebody? How about Chief Dobine, Ward, Art, anybody? Uh-oh. Is Ireland Mercado here? Miss Canyon Hills can probably take care of this for us.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Definitely made the right choice on that one. Nice job, Ireland. Thank you very much. At this time, we're going to break for lunch. Enjoy your food. I'll be back up when we're done to deliver the State of the City. I hope you all enjoyed your lunch. And you can see on your program and on these screens here, our theme this year is Back to Basics. Obviously not the most original of ideas, but I know. So why Back to Basics? It's pretty simple. Our budget demands it. As a city, we've had our head in the clouds a few times in the past, and that would be fine if we had a helicopter in the budget. We don't. We've got budget for a kite. And to fly a kite, it's best to have your feet on the ground. But seriously, we don't have a Walmart, we don't have a ton of CFDs, we don't have a mall. We do obviously have property taxes, but we have more pre-Prop 13 houses than any other city in the county. So that even makes our property tax roll low. So why is that? Nobody leaves Placentia. And why is that? It's simple. It's the best town there is. If you don't think so, you definitely overpaid for your ticket today. And personally, I'll gladly trade a few property tax dollars for a place that people stay to raise their families generation after generation. To that point, here's a fun fact, and I'll try to keep these fun facts to a minimum, I promise. 4 out of 5 of the Placentia City Council members all went to the same elementary, junior high, and high school here in Placentia. I don't think there's another city in California that can say that. You think there is? I don't think so. It's special. And again, if you don't think Placentia's special, we're going to have a problem. And while the budget's tight, I wouldn't have Placentia any other way. We always seem to make a way regardless of the challenges we face. And even with budget constraints and hard decisions to make, we made it through last year, and we're going to make it again through the next year. The only difference is the mayor next year doing this presentation won't be as funny as me. Obviously, that goes without saying. You can try. Yeah, funny looking. Yeah, that's almost guaranteed. Another thing that'll be back to basics, my speech. You're going to hear about all the core essential services that we provide, including housing and development, streets and roads, parks and green spaces, public safety, and of course, an update on our city finances. And we took a survey to see how many people wanted to hear all of this information from me, droning on, and the only person that answered yes was my mom, and she was even on the fence. So I've had council members and all department heads make videos too to help us walk us through this. The only glaring exception is our new city administrator, Jen Lampman. Her first order of business was to excuse herself from making a video. Yeah, so we're going to get started with housing, featuring our own council member, Jeremy Yamaguchi, talking about some of the current housing developments in progress across the city, as well as our effort towards a pro-housing designation. What's that? Pro-housing designation recognizes cities that are actively working to support housing development by streamlining processes and removing barriers. It also opens the door to additional state funding opportunities for housing and infrastructure, helping cities like Placentia create more affordable and sustainable communities. But like I promised, more facts, less me. So let's hear from Councilmember Yamaguchi.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Yamaguchi, District 3 Council Member for the City of Placentia. I'm honored to provide an update on housing in our community. Over the past year, Placentia has continued making meaningful progress in expanding our housing opportunities. 2 major residential developments are currently under construction, and we're continuing to work towards earning special recognition from the state for our pro-housing efforts. Let's start with the Jackson Townhomes, a new for-sale residential community located at 440 Jefferson Street. This 140-unit development will offer 1, 2, and 3-bedroom homes across 23-story buildings. Every unit includes a private garage, and the community will feature unique amenities like pocket parks, a dog park, a tot lot, and pickleball courts. Designed with a row house style look and inspired by California's natural landscape, Jackson will offer future residents both comfort and a connectivity with easy access to the future Atwood Trail for walking and biking. We're also proud to welcome Vista Rose, a luxury single-family home community by the Toll Brothers. Located near Alta Vista Street and Rose Drive, this gated development includes 100 homes, each featuring 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms and attached garages, with home sizes ranging from 1,800 to over 2,200 square feet and a private park planned for within the neighborhood. Vista Rose will add beautiful, high-quality housing to Placentia. In addition to these exciting developments, Placentia is pursuing a pro-housing designation from the state of California. This designation recognizes cities that remove barriers to housing and adopt policies that accelerate development. Earning this status will unlock access to critical grant programs, which can help fund affordable housing projects and infrastructure improvements, while creating a more streamlined path for future developments. These projects and the policies supporting them reflect Placentia's proactive approach to addressing housing needs while preserving the character and quality of our community. Thanks for the opportunity to share these updates. I'm excited to keep building momentum together as we shape what's next for our community.
I like the quality and character part. That's a nice touch. And it's great to hear about the progress we're making to increase the housing options in the city. It's more people who can move in here and then never leave. And the next project we want to touch on is the Chapman Corridor Revitalization Plan. This effort focuses on reimagining Yorba Linda Boulevard, Chapman Avenue, from Kramer to Placentia, to encourage responsible development, attract new businesses, and improve walkability and design. The plan lays the groundwork for mixed-use and commercial development that connects to Old Town, the TOD area, and the future Metrolink station. It's an important step towards boosting economic activity, creating a more vibrant, unified, pedestrian-friendly corridor in the heart of the city. If you knew who was sitting at my table, I had them bring me this because they're guaranteed to eat this before I get done. And speaking of development within the city, now we have a quick video from our Director of Development Services, Joe Lambert, to talk a bit more about some of our other efforts to revitalize parts of the city and bring in new business.
Hi, I'm Joe Lambert, Director of Development Services here in the beautiful city of Placentia. Development Services is here to guide future and current development in Placentia and to ensure private property in your city stays safe and beautiful. When you see any construction or improvements on private property, our department approved it. We also keep you safe by providing building inspections and by keeping the city beautiful with our code enforcement services. Our department has 4 divisions: planning, building, code enforcement, and economic development. Planning oversees the zoning and future land use needs of the city, while also making sure the design and landscape of all current development fits in nicely with the city. The building division performs plan checks for development, issues permits, and also performs building inspections. Our plan checkers and inspectors ensure that all new construction, remodels, and even re-roofs and solar installations are safe. The code enforcement division is on your local streets every day, spotting and eliminating graffiti, overgrown weeds, and keeping your city beautiful, which is what our residents have come to expect. We even have code enforcement on the streets during weekends and holidays when City Hall is closed. Although economic development activity occurs behind the scenes, it is vitally important to the residents. In this division, we focus on filling retail vacancies, generating revenue for your city with productive businesses, and attracting businesses that residents want. The Planning Commission reviews most new development and also reviews future planning documents, such as the Chapman Corridor Revitalization Plan, which will bring new development opportunities and streetscape beautification to Chapman Avenue from the Civic Center to Placentia Avenue. You may have noticed the Chick-fil-A currently under construction on the corner of Alta Vista and Rose. That site could have potentially contained several different uses. However, utilizing economic development principles, we were able to secure what I believe is the highest and best use for the site, something the community wants and will generate revenue for the long term, a true win-win. Another example of what Development Services does and involves most of my staff is the remodeling of a former Carl's Jr. into a new coffee spot, tentatively called Better Buzz, up on Imperial Highway near Rose. The planning division ensures the newly remodeled building will be beautiful with upgraded landscaping and code-compliant parking, design, and more. Our building division performs the inspections, the plan checking, and will ensure the building is safe for all. Thank you for the opportunity to share the work we do. We look forward to continuing to support smart, safe, and beautiful development in Placentia.
Thanks, Joe. It's nice to see those revitalization efforts and filling those retail vacancies, which is no small task nowadays, and our staff does a really good job and has done a really good job doing that. And new businesses keep adding unique features to our local economy and community, from specialty coffee shops like Ape Coffee, Peaberry Coffee, and Repose Coffee, to eateries like Mi Panecito, Prime Cut Taqueria, Egg Bread, and Fanatic. It's exciting to see so much new energy and investment in our city. And with even more on the way, the future of Placentia's business community is looking brighter than ever. Needless to say, if you need a cup of coffee, you know where to go. I've got a new motto: Placentia, a pleasant place to get a coffee. Next, I know there's been a lot of next, but here's another one. Our capital improvement project. Don't worry, Chad's eagerly anticipated streets and road videos coming right up. But first, one project in particular I need to touch on is the Golden Avenue Bridge Replacement Project. It's been a long time coming, and we're all excited to see that come to fruition. The bridge, which spans Carbon Canyon Channel on Golden Avenue, was originally built in 1934 by the WPA and has been rated as functionally obsolete by Caltrans since 2005, as opposed to me, who's been functionally obsolete since the late 90s. Currently, it provides only 2 lanes of traffic with no sidewalks or bike lanes, requiring motorists, pedestrians, and bicyclists to all share the road. And if you've been across that, if 2 cars happen to pass at any time, if they're not a go-kart or a smart car, you're going to have a tough go of it. The total project cost is $5.5 million, and while the city had previously secured $2.2 million in federal earmark funding, we were still facing a $3.3 million funding gap. However, thanks to recent efforts by city staff, we successfully secured approximately $2.4 million in grant funding from Caltrans, significantly reducing our city's funding obligation. So it went from $5.5 million to where we only have to put in a little under $1 million. That's nice work from staff on that one. This means more funds can now be directed towards other critical road and infrastructure projects throughout Placentia. Does that mean your street's getting paved next week? No, it does not. Maybe the week after. And I'm happy about the staff has really done a good job on this. I'm looking forward to getting that bridge replaced. Now, at long last and by popular demand, let's hear from Mayor Pro Tem Vanka.
Hi, this is Chad Vanka, the Mayor Pro Tem for the City of Placentia. I'm here to talk to you today about infrastructure and specifically our roads. Infrastructure literally is the core of every city. That's the streets, the bridges, the parks, the sewers, all the things that you don't think about but that make the city happen. Infrastructure is a key part of this city council and this administration's vision for Placentia moving forward. The last budget cycle, we rehabilitated or replaced 2.5 million square feet of roads, and in the upcoming budget cycle, we'll be replacing and repairing 1.5 million square feet of roads. Some of these roads haven't had anything done to them in over 30 years, and they're essentially gravel roads at this point. So we've heard the concerns from the community, we're listening to you, and we're making those repairs. The Golden Bridge is also being repaired. You may notice that street will be shut down. That road's quite old and needs to be widened. We've gotten grant money, we're moving on that. Chapman has been rehabilitated and rebuilt. It's now safe for vehicles, pedestrians, and cars, and we're quite proud of it. So understand that we've heard you, we listened to your needs, and we're working on it. Thank you.
That's good to hear. That's the first year they haven't made me do the roads segment of the state of the city, so that's nice. And the roads are getting done as fast as we'd like. No, as fast as we can. Yeah, so it's a high priority. If you drive across the border to some other neighboring cities, you won't be so sad about Placentia streets. So, not your Belinda. So, I also asked our Public Works Director, Chris Tanio, to provide some information on his department, all that they do. And if you know Chris, convincing him to do this probably took both threats and coercion. But when I think back to basics, a lot of that has to do with his team and the work they do each and every day. Even beyond streets and roads, they manage traffic signals, maintain the storm drains, handle the budget. They do just about everything. So here we go from Chris Tanio.
Hello, I'm Chris Tanio, Director of Public Works and City Engineer for the City of Placentia here in beautiful Orange County, California. Our mission is simple: to improve and maintain the community's infrastructure. Public Works is the backbone of city services. If you drive on it, walk, or bike on it, chances are our department had a hand in it. Our department has 4 divisions: engineering, transportation, maintenance, and administration. Our engineering division oversees the design and construction of city infrastructure, from street improvements to storm drains to facility projects. We make sure everything is built to standard, on time and budget, and ready to serve our growing community. Our transportation division keeps people moving. We manage traffic signals, improve pedestrian safety, and work to make biking and walking more accessible. We use data and planning to reduce congestion and make travel safer for everyone. Now, the maintenance and operations division is what you see every day: patching potholes, graffiti removal, street sweeping, and tree care. Our crews are out early and often, keeping the city clean, safe, and running efficiently. And behind the scenes, our administration division supports it all, handling our budget, ensuring our contracts don't expire, securing funding, and making sure we're responsive to community needs. We're not just building infrastructure, we're building trust. That's why we work closely with residents, attend community meetings, and listen to what matters most to you. Smoother roads, better sidewalks, or trimmed trees, our team is proud to support the quality of life that makes Placentia a pleasant place to live, work, and play. Thank you for letting us serve you.
Indeed. And now that we've heard all about the Public Works team and everything we have going on in the city, maybe somebody's wondering, I thought you said back to basics, right? So how's our budget doing, and how are we going to pay for all of this? I've asked 2 key people to provide us with updates on that. First, we'll hear from our city treasurer, Kevin Larson, with an update on our city finances. Then we'll hear from our city clerk and Measure U Oversight Committee member, Bob McKinnell, on the latest updates with our Measure U spending. Both of these guys have impressive financial experience, but as we know, that doesn't necessarily translate into riveting videos. So let's all cross our fingers.
Hello, I am City Treasurer Kevin Larson, and I'm here to share an update on the state of Placentia's finances. Like many cities, we're navigating a time of economic uncertainty. Inflation, tariffs, and declining sales tax revenues have all posed challenges, but I'm proud to say that your City Council is taking a proactive, disciplined approach, streamlining our budget and focusing on the back to basics, core services that matter most to our community while keeping an eye on long-term fiscal sustainability. On the fiscal operations side, our revenues are growing modestly thanks in part to increases in property tax and Measure U. New businesses like Chick-fil-A will help boost sales tax and Measure U revenues. Our general fund contingency reserves are at the 25% requirement, and our overall credit rating remains strong at AA. When it comes to liquidity and investments, improved cash flow has allowed us to put more funds to work. This means higher returns, averaging 3% compared to 2% a year ago. Over the past year, that's translated into $1 million in accrued investment income. Our investment strategy is designed to maximize returns while keeping risk low, ensuring stability well into the future. Overall, the City of Placentia continues to prioritize financial stability while delivering quality service to the Placentia community. Responsible and proactive management of the city's budget will help support our mayor's and council's vision for growth, sustainability, and high-quality services for our residents for years to come.
I'm Bob McKinnell, Placentia City Clerk and a member of the Citizens Oversight Committee. I want to take a few minutes to bring you up to date on Placentia's progress toward achieving fiscal sustainability and the role Measure U funds are playing in achieving that goal. When Measure U was passed in 2018, the city was facing 4 fiscal sustainability challenges. The city had deteriorating roads and an infrastructure that had long deferred maintenance. Second, the city was paying high employee training costs and forcing overtime due to staffing turnover caused by frozen wages. Third, Placentia faced a growing liability associated with providing employee retirement benefits. And finally, there were no fiscal reserves that could be used to cover unforeseen events. Thanks to the passage of Measure U, the city's fiscal outlook is much brighter today, and significant progress is readily seen in each of the 4 areas that Measure U was to address. The city now has financial reserves that cover 25% of the annual operating budget, satisfying a goal set by the City Council. The city has been able to increase employee wages to the point that the city is at the mid-range of salaries paid by cities similar to Placentia. We have also achieved a significant increase in our credit rating, so that the city was able to obtain favorable financing terms and address our unfunded retirement benefits at a fixed, predictable cost. And finally, after 7 years of deferred maintenance, the last 5 years has seen significant work on our roads and infrastructure. Thanks to Measure U, the city is in better financial shape today as opposed to back in 2018. We still struggle to catch up and address our remaining deferred infrastructure maintenance. Rest assured, however, that those who serve on the City Council, as well as those in the various committees such as the Oversight Committee, are determined to remain disciplined and dedicated to completing the task before us and achieve fiscal sustainability for the city. I would ask that you remain patient as we work through these issues and realize that sometimes priorities require a delicate balancing act so that all, not just some, of our issues can be addressed. In closing, I want to thank Placentia residents and consumers for your support of Measure U. And with that support, we can look to a brighter future for our city.
Well, that was better than expected. Not exactly the Wolf of Wall Street, but not too bad. And just a quick shout out to Bob McKinnell and Glenn Castellan and Joe Rassick, who are on the Citizens Financial Sustainability Task Force. These guys do so much for free just because they love Placentia, and the work they do is good, solid work. I don't know how much we'd have to pay if we were paying these guys for their actual expertise. So they're kind of the unsung heroes of the budget process, and I trust them pretty much implicitly. So while we're talking about back to basics, something that will always be at the forefront is our city's dedication and commitment to public safety. Your city council continues to support investments in public safety personnel, equipment, and infrastructure because we know that safe neighborhoods are the foundation of a thriving community. Whether it's crime prevention, emergency response, or fire protection, we're focused on ensuring our residents, businesses, and visitors feel safe and supported. I've asked both chiefs to provide some updates on the work their departments are doing to keep Placentia protected. First up, here's Brad Butts from the Placentia Police.
Hello, I'm Placentia Police Chief Brad Butts. I think most of you already know about our proactive crime fighting. So today, I want to share 2 special partnerships right here in our Placentia community. The first partnership is with Orange County GRIP, which is the Gang Reduction Intervention Partnership. Unfortunately, there are a number of youth within Placentia that are at risk of joining gangs and in need of positive mentorship. The department has teamed up with the Orange County District Attorney's Office and the Placentia Yorba Linda Unified School District to further GRIP initiatives. This program is focused on decision-making, academics, and attendance. Upon achieving individual goals, students are rewarded with participation in sports camps, team building activities, and other opportunities which keep them off the street, away from the influence of gangs, and focused on a bright future. The second partnership I want to share is with the Junior United Soccer Association, or JUSA, which provides opportunities for athletes with developmental disabilities. In 2022, the Top Dogs soccer team adopted the Placentia Police Department, and we have developed a rewarding partnership. The team emphasizes cultivating development based on individual needs and abilities. Our department staff participate in weekly games during the season. The interaction between our staff and the athletes has been extremely helpful in building their trust. At Placentia Police Department, we exist to make the lives of others better, and we are proud to serve this community. Thank you.
Thanks, Chief Butts. It's true. Our police force is so great. They do so much more than just give me speeding tickets. They're really involved in the community, and they really do a lot of stuff behind the scenes that people don't see. I haven't got a ticket in a while, but. And next, we're going to turn it over to Fire Chief Jason Dobine. This past July, we proudly celebrated 5 years since the formation of our city-run fire department, which is an important milestone and reflects our department's strength and the vision and commitment of the City Council to provide exceptional public safety services right here in Placentia. Without further ado, here's Chief Dobine.
Hi, I'm Fire Chief Jason Dobine. 5 years ago, we made a promise to serve, protect, and be there when the community needed us most. Today, I am proud to say we've kept that promise and grown stronger with every call, every challenge, and every interaction with the public. With 2 stations, a committed team, and over 5,000 calls a year, we've responded 24/7, always ready, always here. Behind every response is training, preparation, and a drive to serve. Our firefighters are constantly learning and sharpening their skills to face whatever comes next. But prevention is just as critical as response. Through our Community Risk Reduction Division, we work every day to stop emergencies before they happen through fire safety education, business inspections, and reviewing new construction plans to keep our growing community safe. Community connection is at the heart of everything we do. From classroom visits to station tours, we believe prevention through education and protection through presence. In 5 years, we've answered the call over 25,000 times. But our true impact is measured in the lives we've touched, the families we've helped, and the trust we've earned. To our firefighters, thank you for your dedication, resilience, and service. To your families at home, thank you for the sacrifices you've made behind the scenes. And to our Placentia community, thank you for standing with us. 5 years down, and we're just getting started. Together, we'll keep building a safer and stronger future.
Congratulations on 5 years, you guys, and they said it couldn't be done. Nice work over there. From fire to fun, and by fun I mean parks. We've had some great developments over the last year with our park system. We've completed 2 playground renovations, and another one's coming soon. 2 were grant funded. The other one is ARPA money from Supervisor Doug Chafee back here. I mean, he didn't like write a personal check, but he did get us the money. So thanks, Doug. And we know that our park equipment needs to be updated. There always seems to be competing priorities: roads, new police, fire vehicles, equipment, etc. But I'm happy to see our staff get creative with seeking grant funding opportunities to fund these much-needed renovations. I've asked our newest council member, Tom Hummer, to provide a bit more information on our recent playground renovations. And here's the second and final fun fact, I promise you. The first night I spent the night at someone's house in Placentia was 1972, and it was at council member Hummer's house. Better yet, council member Smith and city treasurer Larson lived about 100 feet away at the time. Another thing, only in Placentia. Take it away, Tom.
I'm District 1 City Council Member Tom Hummer. I'm excited to be here to talk about the great progress we've made over the past year on enhancing our neighborhood parks, all of which are right here in District 1. In January, we celebrated the grand opening of La Placita Parkette with a ribbon-cutting ceremony that brought surrounding community together. This vibrant new playground features a fun and colorful citrus theme honoring Placentia's agricultural roots. We now have brand new playgrounds for kids ages 2 to 12, including slides, a shaded play structure, ADA accessible features like a rocker and ramp, a flower talk tube, and even a lemon and orange tree climber. We also added new benches, barbecues, picnic tables, a walking path, improved lighting, and new landscaping. Special thanks goes to the California Department of Parks and Recreations for the Proposition 68 grant that made this renovation possible. Then in June, we cut the ribbon on another exciting project, the renovation of McFadden Park's playgrounds. The new space has a beach and lifeguard theme with rubberized surfacing, a rope climbing cube, swings, surfboard sensory elements, and more shade for families to enjoy. We're especially grateful to the Orange County Supervisor, Doug Chafee, for his generous contribution of American Rescue Plan Act funds, which helped bring this vision to life. And we're not stopping there. Plans are underway to renovate J.C. Parquet, located in the La Jolla neighborhood. Thanks to a statewide park program, J.C. Parquet will soon receive full playground replacement, water-efficient irrigation, new landscaping, and upgraded lighting. I can't wait to see more children playing, more families gathering, and more memories being made right here in District 1. Thank you for the opportunity to serve you.
Thanks, Tom. And I don't know how this happened, but every one of those parks are in his district, and he's been on council for less than a year. Also, somehow, he looks 15 years younger than me. From new playgrounds to community events and classes and sports programs, our Community Services Department does it all and provides valuable services to the city. So I've asked our Community Services Director, Liddy Gutfeld, who, by the way, has brought a whole new energy and perspective to that department that's really refreshing to see. So she's going to tell us a little bit more about their day-to-day operations and what they do.
Hello, I'm Liddy Gutfeld, Director of Community Services for the City of Placentia. 2025 has been a year of transformation and progress for our department, and most importantly for the residents we serve. Despite the financial challenges that we've faced, the Community Services team has remained committed to delivering excellence through innovation, collaboration, and heart. This year, we placed renewed focus on attention to detail in park and playground design, not just building beautiful spaces, but creating thoughtful, safe, and inclusive environments that invite all generations to play, connect, and thrive. Beyond our excitement about opening 2 new playgrounds at La Placida and McFadden, we have accomplished a variety of projects that work to increase the quality of life for all Placentians. We're proud to share several major capital improvements that were completed this year. The Storm V-Ditch renovation at Parque de los Vaqueros, improving safety and drainage in the area. The replacement of safety netting at Torrey Hunter Field in Kramer Park, ensuring protection for players, spectators, and neighboring homes alike. A refreshing new look for the Kramer Park Landscape Fountain, bringing beauty and functionality back to a beloved community landmark. New flooring at the Witten Community Center, creating a more welcoming and accessible indoor space. Renovated restrooms at McFadden Park, offering greater comfort and cleanliness for all park users. A brand new roof at Tynes Gym, protecting an important recreational hub for our youth and families. LED lighting upgrades at Tuffrey Park, enhancing evening sports play for not only baseball, but also pickleball, while improving energy efficiency. And at Champion Sports Park, Los Vaqueros, and Samp Park, we've replaced worn-out trash cans, benches, and picnic tables with durable, attractive amenities for the community. At Gomez Community Pool, we upgraded the controller systems to maintain high-quality programming and optimal water safety. And we've made meaningful improvements at both the Bax Community Center and the Witten Community Center to enhance their appeal as rental venues, making them not only centers of activity, but true points of pride for the City of Placentia. On the programming side, we've doubled down on accessibility and inclusivity, from enhanced ADA accommodations at our special events to the expansion of inclusive programming for individuals with special needs and aging adults. We're ensuring everyone has a place in our city's celebration and services. The Community Services Department remains committed to creating safe, inclusive, and thriving spaces for all. Thank you for your continued support and for believing in what we can achieve together. Here's to another year of community connection and continued progress in Placentia.
Thanks, Liddy. Community Services does so much for the young people and old people in the city, and I really appreciate the work and the care they take of those people. I got to enjoy the programming when I was a kid. Then my kids got to enjoy it, and now I guess I'm officially an old person. I get to enjoy those services too here shortly. And they get to do, not only that, they get to do everything that's fun, concerts in the park, movies in the park, and all that stuff. But what's more exciting than that is we have an upcoming centennial taking place in 2026. Placentia is going to be 100, which is just 3 years younger than Art Castillo. He had to sit up front. I've been here for 57 years, but we've got many families that have been here for more than 100. And it's people like this and their commitment to family and tradition that laid the foundation Placentia proudly stands on today. There's more like Art, but he's a good one. City staff are working very hard on a year-long celebration. It's going to include a formal gala, a 5K run, a birthday party, and more. And I can't wait to see what staff has planned. We're trying to keep costs down. We had a lot of fundraisers around town. People have been participating. Go out to those, save us some money. And Ward himself is on the Centennial Steering Committee, and he's lived here even longer than me, so you can imagine how old he is as well. And he's helping to plan events for the year. So last but certainly not least, Ward Smith.
Hello, I'm Councilmember Ward Smith, and I'm excited to share a preview of something truly special on the horizon, Placentia's Centennial Celebration in 2026. In 2026, our city will turn 100 years old. That's a century of rich history, growth, and community spirit. From our agricultural roots to the vibrant city we are today, Placentia's story is one of resilience, progress, and connection. The city established a Centennial Steering Committee. This committee brings together representatives from local nonprofits, service clubs, historical groups, and other community organizations. The steering committee has split into subcommittees focused on different areas such as special events, historical preservation, sponsorships, marketing, and community involvement. Each group is working closely with city staff to develop ideas, recommend programming, and ensure the Centennial truly belongs to everyone. And we have a lot to look forward to. Our celebration will kick off with a formal Mayor's Gala in January of 2026, followed by a community 5K and a citywide birthday celebration next December. We'll also have all of our regular events. We'll even have special Centennial-themed merchandise for sale throughout this year, like a commemorative book, shirts, and more. And of course, we'll continue to host all of our traditional events like the Tamale Festival, concerts in the park, and the Heritage Festival. This is our moment to honor the past, celebrate the present, and shape the future of Placentia together. Let's make 2026 a year to remember. Thank you, and I look forward to celebrating 100 years of Placentia with all of you.
100 years, that's a long time, and I would, if anybody wants to bet, I bet we have more families that have lived in town for 100 years than any other town per capita in Orange County. So if anybody? Didn't think so. And I can't wait for that. The whole celebration is going to go on. It's going to be great. A 5K, I'm not going to probably have to pass on that. It will take me the next 100 years probably to finish that. Celebrate me finishing at the 200. And a gala in Placentia, come on. Who would have thought? I'd probably even have to wear a tie. But 2026, obviously, is going to be a great year. I wish I could be mayor in 2026, but I can't. But I'm proud to be on the city council for that centennial year. And that's it. There you have it. I guess back to basics isn't so bad after all. In fact, I think it's pretty impressive. Maybe my theme should have been doing a lot with a little, but it's too late for that. What's not too late is to thank everybody here who came today for one reason. Placentia. Best town there is. Thank you.